I believe it stands for, can you tell us what it stands for?
That's for Jam Master Jay. After he passed away, a designer lady, creative lady, walked up to me in LA, gave me a box. I forgot what event I was at. She gave it to me. You know, in an event, you get things. You get boxes, you get CDs, and people just give you stuff. So I didn't look at it till I got back to my hotel room. When I got back to my hotel room, I was like, oh. And she never told me my name. I eventually found her like 2-3 years later, but I got this belt right after Jay passed away, after Jay got shot and killed. There would be no hip hop if it wasn't for the DJ. And I think what Jay did was this. You could ask every DJ that's in the business. You could even ask A-Trak, who's part of the campaign, Unite All Originals with us. Jay was the first DJ who showed that DJs could play concerts like a rock star. But more importantly, Jay demonstrated the importance of the DJ as being the producer, the creator. If we didn't have Jay laying the music, doing the scratching, arranging everything, there would be no Run DMC. Like, we had all these lyrics, but where could you put it? The foundation of Run DMC is Jay. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for every other rap group, hip hop group. It all starts with the DJ. But Jay was the link. Here's Run, here's D. Two totally different people. He was the guy that linked us together. And that was his importance. The reason why Run DMC worked is because there was, now, that's a great analogy. The reason why Run DMC worked because we had Jay in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You always need that unifying. It's all about uniting originals. You always need that unifying piece. You know what I'm saying? And we can't be Run DMC without Jay. And what I mean by that is, you can see Run and D show up in this commercial. You can see Run DMC. Oh man, last night I went to the open air fest. I saw Run and D on stage together. But you're seeing Run and D, you're not seeing Run DMC and Jam Master Jay. The Reverend Run and the Rocket DMC is not competing with those three dudes over there. Because like Eminem said, what you three dudes did, nobody will never do. And I thought, you're Eminem, you got Jay-Z, he said, no. Nobody in hip hop will ever do, that's a big statement. Now me, I'm like, what the hell did I do? All I did was rhyme. But without Jam Master Jay, you don't have that Run DMC dynamic. You know, so we'll show up and do festivals. We're sticking to big shows, festivals. We're not touring. We're not going to do no albums together. You know, it's not like the group is getting back together. But just like you could show up somewhere and see, oh man, I saw Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr was there, but it's not a Beatles reunion. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we can't be Run DMC without Jay. The joke is we can't replace our drummer, our guitar player, our bass player, our percussion. You know what I'm saying? Jay was the band. Chuck D said on Bring the Noise. He said Run DMC was the first to show a DJ could be a band. That's what Jay's significance. We used to show up when we first had our first single out. We was doing shows with Parliament Funkadelic, George Clinton, Marvin Gaye, the Gap Band, Confunction, Lou Reed. And we would show up at the venues to the backstage door and knock on the door. We didn't have an album cover out. There was no videos out yet. So we had It's Like That and Sucker MCs out, 2 hot records, but nobody knew who the hell we were. And we would show up at the venues and knock on the door. We're here for sound check. They would slam the door in our face. And then they would go, when we would say, we keep knocking, open the door, and then we'd say, who the hell are you guys? We're Run DMC. And they would go, y'all Run DMC, and it's Larry Smith, our producer, me, Run, and Jay. And they would look around, there's no equipment, no equipment, boxes and crates, and they go, we're the band. And we would point at Jay standing there with 2 turntables and a record. And one time the promoter said to us, we did that, and we pointed to Jay. He had the 2 turntables and a record bag. And the promoter said this, we was getting like $2,000 a show, which was a lot back, for kids right out of high school. The promoter said, you mean I'm paying you all that money just to play records? And we said, yep, and we walked in there and did the sound check and rocked the house. there's a lot of bad stuff out there. There's a bunch of good stuff out there that nobody gets to hear because, especially in the States, you know, you have radio programmers. A couple of years ago, every station in America plays the same damn music. All of my DJ friends said they came to work one day and the program director walked in and handed them a sheet of 15 songs to play every 20 minutes. Radio used to be, I could come here to the UK if I was a New York City DJ. And I had my, you know, I'm on the radio 4 to 8. Come to London and I hear your record and it's real good. I used to could take it home, couldn't wait till tomorrow to get on the air and get on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, I was in London yesterday and I heard this and I could play it. That don't happen no more. You know what I'm saying? So, that being said, I could never critique another person's creativity. What they do is what they do. I don't consider it dumbing down and this and that. I mean, there's a lack of creativity in hip hop. That's why hip hop is so dull. It ain't exciting no more. You know what I'm saying? You got this guy, you got guys making a lot of money selling a little bit of records, but the music is not good. But it only sells because the perception to the audience is this. Man, they play that record every 20 minutes, 15,000 times a day. It must be hot. No, they're playing that record because they're being forced to play that record. Now, that being said, again, hip hop to me, they always ask me, D, what do you think about hip hop? And I could sit here for the next 3 days and tell you what's bad about it. But hip hop has become the very thing that we created hip hop after the very thing that hip hop evolved out of failed. Hip hop nowadays is disco. Remember disco? Disco, what did they say about disco? Disco sucks. If you was affiliated with, that's getting ready to happen in hip hop, why? And they say, D, why are you saying that? Look at a disco video, glitter balls, Rolls Royces, champagne, drug use, sex, pool parties, funny colored fur coats, naked women every minute of the day. Now look at a hip hop video right now. LL said 10 years ago, he eloquently said this, all hip hop nowadays looks like one long video and one long record, because it all sounds alike, it all looks alike, they have the same elements and ingredients. Ice Cube said the old school will always be the best period for hip hop. Why, Ice Cube? Because you had NWA, you had Run DMC, you had De La Soul, you had Public Enemy, you had Eric B. and Rakim, you had Coochie Rap and Polo, you had Tribe Called Quest, you had King T and Ice-T. We all were the same people, but we had different expressions and presentations. Meaning,
there was a spectrum of music.
Right, it was a variety of, wasn't just the music, it was a variety of who we all are. Nowadays, when you go to a hip hop concert, you hear the same tempos, the same type of choruses, and all the beats sound the same. You know, the drums sound the same. When in the old school era, your presentation had to be unique. Don't mean to keep tagging the line, but you had to be original. So when you walked into a concert in that old school era, you got to see Run DMC, LL Cool J, the Beastie Boys, and Houdini. All three, we look different, we sound the same, but we all the same people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Cypress Hill, whether it was the Beastie Boys, whether it was the Young Black Teenagers, whether it was Public Enemy, whether it was Coogee Rap and Polo. The thing is this, I think the artist is the controlling party who has the power. And what I mean by that, it's not about censorship or freedom of speech. You can rap and sing about what you want to sing. But our hip hop is different from all other points of it, all other types of entertainment. Because a rapper will use this excuse. Man, they don't go after Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis when they make their violent movies. I go, if you're going to use that excuse, get off the mic, don't produce, I'll personally kick your ass out of hip hop, because if you're using that excuse, go be an actor. This hip hop thing is culture. It's a way of life. It's live and breathing. The real gangster rapper, the real gangster who makes a rap records, you know why he's important to us? Because the real gangster, you can tell the real gangsters from the fake gangsters. The real gangsters records tell the kids, y'all don't do what I do. He'll tell you his story. But at the end of that record, because he's hip hop and he loves what Run and Bambaataa and Flash and Treacherous 3 and Busy B and Hollywood, all the rappers before Run DMC, the real gangster rapper will tell after he does his scary record, y'all don't do that. There's a lack of responsibility with the artists in our hip hop. That's why our culture has totally been taken away from us. This is DMC in the place to be, AKA Daryl Max. It's like that, and that's the way it is. We give you the facts. Peace and love till next time.